Grab a controller. Okay. This game needs a controller. Okay. I figured it would be a mouse game. I have a controller. Where the fuck is it? God damn it. I should have not hit start stream yet. Where the fucking hell? There we go. Oh. All right, there we go. And okay, controller's plugged in now. You fucking happy now?
What is up, Kyle?
Hi. I am about to play Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Limb.
I always thought this game looked neat. And we'll see. I'll try to screen share. But if it acts too fucky because of that, I'll stop. It said I need my controller for this, but honest to God, it struck me as a game that would be good for like a mouse and keyboard. I guess I was wrong. Yep, my controller's plugged in. Oh yeah, I gotta actually set OBS to that now. And not just show a black screen. Capture a specific window. Cult of the Lamb, there we go. That should do it. I'll wait for it to pop up on stream so I know for sure that it did it. It did, cool. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm working on like 500 things at once.
This is cool. Neat. I'm working on a lot of stuff too, and right now I'm like...
Neat.
Yeah. I'm kind of just...
That they had to say dorkly for like... ever. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
For some reason, dorkly, whenever Sonic was in it, it was just, neat, for like,
Fucking...
for like a minute.
Fucking Nostalgia Critic put that in a review recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorkly and there's Sonic. See, there's a...
Like, I don't know why they made him say it, but it was kind of funny, because he just showed up and just, neat, and that's it, you know, like,
yeah.
Nothing more.
So the thing with this game... Oh, why is it a fucking trailer to open up with? Yeah, I know it's available now. I'm playing it.
It's letting you know you can play at friends.
I will say this might be a game that I am like very underprepared for because it seems like one of those games, you know, like there's like the combat games of cards.
No, I know what it is.
I have never played one of those before. But it just looked. I always thought it looked like a really neat game. I like the mixed. The mixture of cute and creepy is something that I do like. Praise Lamb. Okay, it's gonna go away. I'm sure I'll be able to ease my way into it.
If I remember correctly, it's one of those like god simulators.
Yeah, it seems like there's a couple of genres. I saw one of the trailers where our character here is about to be executed, so I'm assuming that's the opening of the game. But let's just leave. Let's just not do that. Look how fucking sad he is. It's on his way to his execution. All good. Now let's try to turn it around. I like its presentation a lot so far.
You run away, and then they're like, stop, and you're gonna go like, what are you gonna do, kill me? And they're like, yeah.
That was the plan. Yeah, sure. Why not? Before us stands the last of its kind. All others we have hunted down and put to the blade. With this final sacrifice, the prophecy will be impossible to fulfill. The heretic who lies bound below will be condemned to eternal captivity. Toon Buffoon. Hi, Toon Buffoon. Fanfic in the title. Oh boy, I wonder where this will lead. Also, stream is a little bit choppy. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the stream was a little bit choppy last night when Matt was trying to do one.
We'll just hope for the best for now, and if it's really bad, we'll have to reset. The fanfic in the title is referring to a different game that we might do. And the old faith shall be preserved. He's gonna get his fucking head chopped off.
Oh, so I downloaded Dream.
Oh, cool. Now you can play the Sonic fan games.
When you get here, we at least have to play one.
I fucking love this game's presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm down. Come closer, fear not, for though you are already dead, I still have need of you. Those foolish bishops thought they could keep you from me in death, but instead they sent you straight to me. I will give you life again, but at a price. All I ask is you start a cult in my name. Do we have a deal? Absolutely, yes. Wise choice. Take the red crown which I once wore. With it you shall command the loyalty of followers and strike fear into the hearts of enemies. Return to the land of the living, start a cult in my name, and begin recruiting followers. Once you have done so, you will see me again. Now go.
It's funny because this reminds me of like, there's a Super Nintendo game and I can't remember the name of it, but instead you're like an angel or a god. This is like the exact opposite.
I hope I can name the characters. I do believe there's like combat in this game. Probably right here. Yeah. Feels good, I like it. He's got the I like the fucking grin he has on his face now. The one who waits is so cute. I want to kiss him.
You wanna kiss him?
That's what Tomb Buffoon said. Okay, I guess we'll do one at a time.
Yes.
Ratau. Fear not, I am Ratau. I was once a chosen vessel like you, but those days are lost to the winds. I was sent to guide you. We are deep in the lands of the old faith and in grave danger. My instructions are to lead you to safety. Continue for the woods. Escape lies ahead. I will be close by. Hell yeah. Thank you, stranger.
Sorry, I'm probably not gonna talk a lot for a little bit, and I might leave again. I'm just trying to get like some personal stuff figured out right now, so.
Fair enough. Got the coins.
I'm here because this looks cool.
This does look cool. This does look like a cool game.
I like the way it controls a lot. I like the way it looks a lot. And we are going to get to make our own little coal. I hope that we can name our residents. But I kind of feel like it's gonna... I kind of feel like they're going to be pre-named based on the interactions we've had so far.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Because I gotta do some editing and shit.
Kid Icarus, Chris? That's what Timberton asks. Avoid damage.
I'm sorry, what is it? I can read. I can go read it.
It might be a delayed response because the stream is kind of delayed. Although it does seem to be running better now whenever I look at my phone. It's not freezing when I look at my phone.
No, it wasn't Kid Icarus. I don't think there was a Super Nintendo Kid Icarus, even though
It's kind of interesting this is a co-op game too. Like I can play with other people.
Maybe if one of us gets the game, you'll have somebody to play with. I might.
I'll play. I think the thing is, it's sad because I haven't really played Kid Icarus much, except for like the DS one, which is Uprising. And I'd love it if like anybody that's listening, including my friends here, would check that one out. I think Mitzi would like that game a lot.
I'm always open-minded. Yeah!
What game do you think I'd like?
Kid Icarus Uprising.
I know of the Kid Icarus games, and that is about the extent of my knowledge.
Well, you play as a twink being controlled by a dummy mommy. Come on now.
Oh, I've played this, and yeah, this game is awesome. And yes, you can change your residents' names and appearances. Oh, that's neat. Expect to die a lot, though. It is a roguelike. What does that mean? Because I heard that, like, that was one of the descriptions posted there, too. What is, like, what genre?
You're gonna die a lot.
Oh, it's a dungeon crawler. Is that what it means?
Kind of. A roguelike is its own kind of thing. Like, it's like kind of like Diablo, right?
Okay.
I don't know how to like explain one because you know, like it's one of those you've. Have you played Binding of Isaac?
No, I watched Pinsec play it a lot.
Okay. I don't know if that counts. It's hard to kind of explain, but you're playing it now.
We can save BoJack Horseman.
I feel like I'm explaining it poorly, but like, you know.
I mean,
Playing is pretty much what they're like. It's its own genre. They're like RPGs, but like this, you know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so look, give me the actual definition of roguelike.
Brother, you are saved. You are saved, brother. follower
A
awaits
roguelike is, according
indoctrination.
to the internet, defined as a traditionally characterized by a dungeon crawl through procedurally generated levels with turn-based gameplay, grid-based movement, and usually permadeath.
This one's not like that though.
Yeah, it's like, this is just, I think the most important elements to take away is that it's usually dungeon crawl through generated levels, possibly with turn-based gameplay or grid-like movement. Usually they're high fantasy genre, but that's just a generalization. Not always accurate.
Okay.
Some popular examples of roguelikes are The Cult of Lamb, the Hades series, The Binding of Isaac,
Wizards and guns.
Cadence of Hyrule, and
Wizards with guns.
Yeah,
Wizards with a gun.
Yeah.
We need to play that.
yeah,
Tamagotchi Life, the dungeon minigame.
like, for the Necro game.
Oh, Madachi, like,
Okay.
The
Like
deepest
10
one,
minutes.
like-
I'll be right back.
I like Enter the Gungeon a lot.
Oh, let's do easy difficulty. I don't play games like this. I wonder if I can... and it says you can change the difficulty at any time, so if I feel like it's too easy, I can switch it back. I can put it up. We're gonna start easy. I do not play
Easy,
games.
I don't play video games.
Okay, Chris. Hey, you. Please, spare me. Your name is no longer Membrane. It is your Bojack Horseman. Even though you're probably a donkey, I don't care. Choose form. Okay, like I can change everything about this fucker. I'm not gonna do that though. Oh yeah, we can make him look more like Bojack. I want that. I want to make him brown. That works. Choose variant. Yeah, that's fine. Traits. Does not get jealous that the lamb has more than one spouse. Gain faith when building better sleeping quarters. Alright. Welcome, Bojack. Alright, so I can tell him to do... You know what? You can mine. By your hand. Our cult will grow powerful, but your followers cannot live on prayer alone. They must eat. Gather necessary resources and build a cooking fire. It will allow you to prepare meals for your followers. How do I do that? Do I want to... I'll get trees, I guess, while he's doing the mining. I only got one rock from that. Alright. I guess we'll put it up here pretty close to our exit. Good. Your followers need to eat. It's up to you to prepare meals for them. The hunger of your cult can be seen on the top left of the screen. When it gets too low, followers begin to starve. Okay. Find more food while crusading. Pick routes that pass through foraging locations. Plant farms to grow your own food. Seeds can be purchased or found whilst crusading. This game is actually pretty easy. I suck at these games, and the second to last boss is harder than the final boss. Actually, no, like the third to last boss. Well, yeah, I guess just work. Yeah, okay, you can continue mining. Basic variable. I need to get berries. Where do I find berries at? Oh, there we go. Are you still there, Chris?
Yes, I am. I muted my mic like an idiot, and I forgot.
Oh, you're fine. So I'm gonna start on easy, but I might put the difficulty up. I just want to get the hang of this first.
It's all good. You can play through the game for the first time on easy, and then see if you like it enough to play it again, since it is a roguelike.
So does the game have an ending, or can you just keep making your cult forever?
And you can probably keep making it forever, but it does have an ending.
Okay.
Or at least a final boss.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what it sounds like. I might get attached to my cult, you know?
Well, like I said while my mic was muted, I don't know if to make a plushie for... I don't know if you heard any of what I said, because my computer would be a piece of shit.
Now we must build a shrine, but first we will need more followers and more gold, both which can be found when crusading through the lands of the Old Faith. Our mutual benefactor, the One Who Waits, has been trapped by the 4 bishops of the Old Faith. Each of them guards a chain that binds. What's up?
I love how he's wearing like a fake crown. It reminds me of Double King.
I was about to mention Double King. I gotta show you this animation I saw of Cult of the Lamb because it's what made me want to watch this. It was like this 8-minute, really well done animation. What's up? And the person who voices like the the lead character and a bunch of side characters is fucking Alpha from Tome.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like the lead writer and story and the anime. What I read in the comments is the animator of that short, like the people who made this game were so impressed by it that they hired him to do the animations for like future DLC and all of that.
All Cult of the Lamb and stuff.
Yeah. Really cool, really neat stuff. I love that. Mashed is a YouTube channel that I don't. The thing with Mashed is it's this YouTube channel with a bunch of video game animations, and the animation is top notch. I mean, all of their videos look wonderful. I think they're really unfunny though. Like, I really hate the writing, but the Cult of the Lamb one is really good. The Cult of the Lamb one I enjoyed start to finish.
Let me see them, because I think I actually. I know them.
Again, like, really,
very impressive animation.
really good animation. I just think a lot of their jokes are terrible.
I like the something about Knuckles, kind of like the
Tails one.
Sonic one, yeah.
I like the one where Tails is crazy, and is voiced by Mick Lauer.
I also like the Super Mario Kart anime. I morbidly watched through Sonic vs. Rule 34. 'Cause I'm an idiot.
I've seen a lot of their Sonic animations. I think that they're like, there's some like genuinely talented people on there. I just don't think they're that funny. That's all.
I like their storytelling sometimes. I have no clue if they're always supposed to be funny or not.
Yeah, I mean, if one's supposed, like, maybe they do drama better. Return to the lands of Old Faith, but where is that? Just any of these doors?
Yeah, their Cult of the Lamb one is glorious.
Oh, have you seen it?
Yes, yeah.
It is good. I do like it a lot. I don't really know where to go.
I don't know why I haven't touched this game yet. It's probably because I've been too busy doing other shit.
Right, that's the, like, how much good shit have you missed out on just because you're busy? There's movies I've been on my watch list for, like, almost a decade now. And I still plan on watching them as long as I don't die.
Well, it's funny because, like, it's hard to, like, it's hard for me to go, man, you know what, I need to play a video game after talking about a video game. Like, I love what I do, right? And I love talking about video games, but, like, my breaks are watching, like, TV or sleeping.
Yeah. Dude, like Venture Bro, I got it. Like I just finished Venture Bros, and I won't talk spoilers too much here because it's like a very spoiler heavy show, and I would like more people to watch it. But it's like, I can't even say I'm sad it's over because oh my god, I'm so satisfied with everything they did. Like what a great thing. All right, now we have health. I don't think we had health before. Enter the lands of the Bishop Leshy. Those who do not follow the ways of the old faith will be destroyed. Oh, I'm looking at the stream. We're definitely way behind right now. To which I apologize. Because I haven't talked to Ratau in like like somewhere between like 5 and 7 minutes, and that's what's on the screen right now. So I do apologize to him, Buffoon. It might be very difficult to talk with us tonight. I don't know if it's the game or if it's my connection. I'd be willing to bet it's the game. Because I'm playing a more advanced game. I'm not playing a game that was made in 2001 anymore.
Cool.
But like, yeah, what a fucking wonderful show. Like, it might be my favorite Adult Swim show, but they made fucking Smilin' Friends. They made home movies. They made Moral Oral. It's like, oh my god, the competition is so fucking strong with Adult Swim. And I legitimately think it might be my favorite Adult Swim show. It's really hard to say because home movies I think is more personal to me because I relate to those characters more. But I just think Venture Bros is like some of the most clever writing I've ever seen in my life. At least in terms of a TV show.
I really like the movie. I kind of wish it was a movie though.
You wish it was a season or wait. Like, what do you mean?
It doesn't feel like a movie.
I agree.
As I wish it was.
I agree because
Like, it feels like they're trying to wrap up the series. And, because, like, Adventure Brothers movie itself, I think, would have been something way more, like, this is great. Don't get me wrong. But me watching it, I just went, man, you could have just...
I know what you mean.
I would have rather had another season or give me a movie that, like, plays with being a movie more. Because, like, it doesn't feel like they were given time to be a movie.
What it feels like happened is it technically is a Venture Brothers movie because that's what it is, but it's kind of like 6 different stories that loosely connect at the end. Loosely. Like it only connects in the way they're all in the same location at the end. And I actually think that the main villain they tried to set up for this movie, she's like cool in the scene where they introduce her, and I like how she was written, I like how she was voiced. The movie just doesn't have time to breathe. They don't get to do anything with her. She's in and out of there so quickly. I thought the storyline with Mrs. Monarch was like... It just came way too fucking quickly. It didn't work. I don't think it worked at all. I hate to say it. I don't think it worked even a little bit. But I think the idea was good. But execution-wise, no. But what I will say... is I love a lot of the reveals. I love I love the conclusion for so many of these characters. I agree with you.
Off stream about it.
Yeah, I do feel like they were
one reveal that actually kind of shocked me when it shouldn't have, and it has to do with the brothers.
The constant freezes makes for some amazing comedic moments, like the pause in the middle of yelling Mick Lauer, so it's just Mick. I think the unfortunate thing is they thought they were getting a season 8, so they felt comfortable ending where they did. Because, like, I agree with you, like, it would be neat if they had a movie that felt like it kind of like its own standalone movie that, of course, like, acknowledges the events from the show, but, like, it still, like, felt like the entire thing was made with the intention of being a movie rather than being, like, made with the intention of making up for the lost season 8.
Or at least made it feel like a movie that was better equipped to conclude all the shit that they had.
Right. But it kind of felt like they were written into a corner. They had a story set up at the end of season 7 where it's like, we have to finish that. Like, that's what we have to do, because otherwise the movie is going to be confusing. So I respect their effort. I was telling you that I thought that with how much I love Venture Bros, I thought that the movie could end up being first place. Like, it's like the one show that I felt had the potential to beat South Park and SpongeBob for the movie. It's in 5th place, and I'm like, fifth place is good. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of, but it's like, I like Venture Bros more than any of those 4 other shows that are ahead of it. I just think they had better movies.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I would have absolutely... Because, see, the problem that I have with it is that they couldn't technically, they couldn't technically make a movie because, like, it felt like the movie was made not because, like, they wanted to. It was made because they're like, hey, we're giving you the budget to do this. We're not going to give you another season.
It's kind of...
Here you go.
What's kind of interesting, too, is I didn't listen to the whole commentary track, but I heard a little bit of commentary from the 2 directors who basically ran the show together. And one thing I gotta mention that I think is amazing is, Quiz Boy? Mm-hmm. That's one of the director's actual voice. That's what he sounds like.
Oh.
And that caught me off guard so much that out of all of the characters, Quiz Boy is the one that he actually sounds like. Because that's very common when someone voices like 20 characters in a show, one of them is just going to be their regular voice. But...
Michael, are you ever going to talk about the Hannah Montana movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will.
The Waverly Place movie.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when, but yes. Disney Channel movie, Sweet Life movie. I have never seen the Sweet Life movie.
You've never seen the Sweet Life movie?
I think Phineas and Ferb will be Volume 5, if I'm being honest, but don't quote me on that because I might change my mind. Ed, Ed, and Eddie was supposed to be Volume 4, but it's being pushed to Volume 5. I won't spoil what else is in Volume 4, except for Venture Bros. The other 3 will be a mystery. Unless you follow me on Letterboxd. If you follow me on Letterboxd, you can see where I rank the movies and you'll know what's coming next.
I feel like, but yeah, I feel like I can't blame the Venture Brothers movie for the way it is. It's more of like, we know how, like, Warner is doing, So
right, yeah, no.
Got a movie is like a godsend. It's not...
Because people...
When I talk shit about the movie, it's not that I'm saying the movie's bad. I'm saying more or less of the corporation that held it as a piece of shit. It
could, like, I agree with you, because here's the thing, I liked it too, but I agree with you, it barely feels like a movie. Now, there's a couple of things that make it like a movie, like the animation is slightly improved. Here's the thing, that's another thing, Venture Bros animation was so fucking good that, yes, there's a little bit of shading applied to the movie, but I mean, like, really, there wasn't much they could do to make it look better. Like, the show is higher quality animation than a majority of shows, and that's why it took them so fucking long to come out. But,
Speaking of Warner Bros, Michael, do any of the Looney Tunes or Scooby-Doo movies count?
I gotta think about it. I'm tempted to say yes, but it's kind of a gray area. But I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with gray areas.
I only think... Sophie, shut up. I have Sophie over. I'm dog sitting Sophie.
Scooby-Doo more so than Looney Tunes. Because Scooby-Doo did have, like, TV shows, so Scooby-Doo makes more sense than Looney Tunes.
I think that it should be, that they both are their own category, right? Like, I think Scooby-Doo movies should get their own ranking, and so should Looney Tunes movies.
Right.
They should both get their own video.
Maybe. The only thing is I don't think I'd have fun covering one series in a video. I have thought about that, but it's like, I feel like if I did a video where it's like, covering all the Looney Tunes movies, I think I'd get bored not even halfway through that video, because I just don't, I like Looney Tunes, I'm not like a super big fan of Looney Tunes. So I don't want to dedicate a whole video to Looney Tunes.
You don't want to stick to the same thing over and over. I
Yeah.
get you.
If you do these, I think you should do the theatrical Scooby-Doo movies. Only because, like, there are so goddamn many Scooby-Doo movies.
Well, the thing is, there's some that I have nostalgia for that I wouldn't mind revisiting, and that might make it worth it, because I'd love to do the one... What is it called? Cyber Chase, the one where they're in the video game?
Yeah, well,
I
that one's a theatrical movie, though.
Oh, was it?
I think
Okay.
aired. I think it had a very short theater run, but
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you should do the ones that, like, had a theater run versus,
Well,
like, the Boo Brothers or,
the-
like, the Reluctant Werewolf.
There's so many, like, gray areas with this series, and I think I will get into gray area. I mean, honestly, God, while maybe I won't do a Looney Tunes one, I could do, like, this is the gray area volume, where all of them are ones that I'm not sure if they should count or not. Because there's also Jimmy Neutron and Barnyard, where it's like they're technically movies that led into a TV show. Do those count? Because, I mean, the Jimmy Neutron movie may have not been adapted from the show, but it's still a movie version of Jimmy Neutron.
So,
I would argue no, just because there are so many TV shows that are based off movies. But I think Jimmy Neutron and Barnyard might be a special case, because I think those were always intended to be, like,
TV
pilots.
shows. Yeah. I think you're right, because, like, yeah, because it's, I can't say that, like, Lion King is an adaptation of the Timon and Pumbaa show, right? So, although maybe I could say Lion King 1.5 is.
so
Or
here's the deal.
Osmosis Jones is not an adaptation of Osmosis Jones.
Right.
I think you mean Ozzy and Drix.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was called Ozzy and Drix.
Is that what it was called? Oh. I forgot.
So here's the thing with Looney Tunes also, is Looney Tunes did have a show, right? There was multiple shows.
Yes.
But it depends on what you mean by the movies, right? If you're talking about Space Jam or, like, Back in Action, no, those technically are not connected to the shows that aired back in the day. So, I think you have a better chance of arguing that Who Framed Roger Rabbit is better.
I'll also say this.
connected to the shows.
I'll also say this, and I feel safe saying this here since I think Toon Buffoon's the only one in chat, although it does say we have 6 people listening right now, so maybe not. I will say requests will help it. Like, if people really wanted Space Jam, like, they really wanted to see it covered on the show, even though I don't think it technically counts. If I, like, had an episode where, like, half of the comments were people begging for me to do Space Jam, which I don't think would happen, but I'm just using that as an example,
You'd be surprised.
I would be more inclined to do it, because that's kind of my way of saying, hey, thank you for being invested in this shit. So I'd be more inclined to do it. I'm gonna play this game more. I'm having a hard... There's so much reading in this game that I don't want to, like, talk and, like, have a big conversation. Well, this is just like, no game we forgot to mention earlier, Chris? South Park Snow Day. This is just like South Park Snow Day.
We
have to-
Too bad that game's better. Fuck.
I don't follow you on Letterboxd, should I? I don't know what Letterboxd is. It's a film login website. It's like basically social media for just like talking movies, like posting reviews. Me and Matt have one. If it's something that interests you, if like going online and like talking about movies is something you want to do, sure, make it and follow me and Matt. But if it's not something that's interested you, obviously don't go out of your way. It's not like you're gonna be getting like anything that interesting from me and Matt. You're gonna see like us like, oh, Matt gave this movie 4 stars. Oh, Michael gave this movie 1 star. Like that's all you're really gonna see. But you can look at our lists, and you can, if you do look there, you can not only get a sneak peek at which Hall of Victories movie I'm voting for my Hall of Victories ranking list, but also what TV show movies are being covered next. That's the only good thing. That's the only thing that a Spiny Norman audience member would really get out of following me on Letterboxd, is you can look ahead to see what's being covered on TV show movies next. The Lovers, Heart Offered, a vow made, probably do with that. Sea Star damages everything on screen when hit. Oh, that's really... Okay, I'm doing that. That sounds really good. Tarot cards unlocked. You know what? Sonic should do an RPG where they use tarot cards and like for combat like this.
Tarot cards?
Yeah, tarot cards. That looks like a penis. I guess it's a foot. Yeah, it's a foot. Rabbit's foot increases chance to spawn better chests.
I think
10%
you
of
could
you.
totally get away with the tarot cards for Sonic. Because, like, there's literally a character that, like, has them. And Sega refuses now to not acknowledge Amy with tarot cards.
Sega doesn't acknowledge tarot cards? Why?
No,
They do it. They do it like
They will not let her escape tarot cards.
Yeah, it's kind of like a deep cut reference, and now they're kind of like, oh, we have to do it all the fucking time now.
Hey, remember that one time we didn't even like actually acknowledge it in CD? It was like in the manual. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that that's her personality now.
They do it a lot now, and it's like it's fine, but actually don't. I mean, I would say it's a fine thing to make if you want to make that a bigger part of her personality all these years later. Go for it, but.
Oh, I don't really have a problem with it.
Honestly, I think everybody who has or uses tarot cards has gone through a phase in their life where they were just using them all the time for like everything. And like, I don't know, I went through that phase where I'm just like, I am going to use these constantly. So, you know, maybe she's just going through a phase. Who knows?
Well, she still mentions that she uses them, and then they're also like a major part of her attack. In Frontiers when she was playable, like tarot cards are part of it. I just think that if they want to utilize it, they should like utilize it. You know, don't just make it a.
Don't just make an attack. Actually,
Well, don't just make it a reference too, because they often like they'll have like Sonic saying, "I'll do this quicker than you can read a tarot card." It's like. That's lame. Just make it something that Amy does. Make it part of her personality. Maybe even like make it kind of a quirky thing where all the other characters are like, okay, there's Amy doing that again. That's helpful.
I mean, here's the thing, like, honestly, I think if you wanted to make, like, an Amy game, that would be such a cool motif
Yeah.
to have throughout the game. As again, somebody who enjoys tarot, who is a tarot hobbyist, it would be fun.
We're
Yeah.
not saying that there's anything wrong with it. We're just saying Sega only references it versus like actually doing something with it.
Yeah.
Which is what we'd love to have. I mean, I would love to have it more in her stuff than just them like talking about it.
Agreed.
I guess I want it to be more. I want it to be more external, less passive.
I agree.
Makes sense.
Because it's like it feels like they're just doing it as like a wink at the audience rather than anything else. I mean, that could be an interest if they bring Amy into the movies. That'd be an interesting thing to have her do.
Yeah.
That could be her whole reason for getting involved with all this shit.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, that's kind of why she gets involved. That's how she met Sonic in the first place, is she had a tarot card read him.
Yeah.
And she was like, it was basically revealed that she'd meet like either like a great hero or her future lover. And she interpreted that as being scenic.
Your mom's home.
It's funny 'cause, like, Olivia used to do tarot cards and stuff. And one of her favorite games is like Persona, which has a lot to do with tarot cards.
I don't need to reveal the map yet. I don't know this game well enough for that to matter.
And I'm here too.
Hi, Matt.
What's up?
Hello. I heard you talking about letterbox a second.
That's how you showed up.
The world is ending. I'm sorry. I can say whatever you need to say, but I need to say that the world is ending right now because the cousin sub shake machine is broken. Anyway, go on.
I'm sorry.
How can this be? Uka Uka. It cannot be. That's not what he says. I don't know what he says. That's Crash Bash. No, that's Crash 3.
I had to didn't actually join the call when you were talking about Letterboxd. I had just run into the house for a second and heard you saying it on Betsy's phone.
Oh no, it's funny. It's like a cartoon. Did somebody say letterbox? Applause starts happening.
And then I come in, and then all the boo-boos start happening. I'm like,
Oh, so that's where Matt's monthly Twitter movie review posts come from. Yes, that is what it comes from. You have come far enough, little lamb. My followers are willing to do anything for me. Can you say the same of yours? Yeah.
I want to be clear, the audience is not booing me. They would never boo me. I get only cheers and
All I do is win, win, win no matter what.
I get it. Different laughter.
They are in
I'm
fact
DS.
booing the end of the world and the shake machine because of the subs being down.
Oh, that was easy. Whoa, look at this guy. I'm gonna convert you to my coal.
You can bulk them.
Yeah. Oh, I get to pick berries, lumber, stone. I'm gonna go berries just because I don't.
Dumbass for a minute. Just completely forgot that Ikabokum is from Banjo-Kazooie, not fucking Crash Bandicoot.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god.
What's the story
I'm
though?
tired. I am
lot.
fucking tired.
Well, I accomplished all my goals. Heretics defeated.
When are you gonna play Banjo-Kazooie stream?
I don't know. I like I obviously like Banjo was like my #1 pick for Smash for so long, and then I replayed the game recently. And I was like, it's not bad. I just like the later levels I feel like are more tedious than fun. Like I think the beginning of the game is really fun.
Isn't that kind of like every 64 game ever?
That's so many platformers, and I get that the game is getting more difficult, but I feel like there's like a level of tedium that I'm not super into. Believed you made it back safely and returned alone. And you have not returned alone. I got another recruit.
No, Sonic doesn't get tedious at the end.
Where the fuck is... Okay, hi Bojack. You working hard?
No, he's hardly working.
How you doing, buddy? I just want to talk to my buddy Bojack real quick after he's done doing his work. I guess I'll come. I can recruit I can get the other guy initiated.
I think I used to really love Banjo-Tooie, and then I got farther in it, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Does anyone want to name this like fuzzball guy that I don't know what species he? Maybe a bison.
Fuzzball guy. Name him Fuzzball guy.
You want him to be fuzzball?
Yeah, Fuzzball guy. It has to be guy.
All right, fuzzball guy. What color should it be?
Blue. No. Name him Arlo and make him blue.
This is like a Arlo's like
lighter blue.
like that.
Olivia, which blue is Arlo?
Arlo's kind of like a darker blue, isn't he? Like this.
Is he like a? He's a Cookie Monster blue.
Yeah, like this. Might be a
See
little.
that blue?
No.
Which blue?
That one.
The which blue?
Brighter one.
The brighter one, according to Olivia.
This one?
Is it that one? No, that's not it. Is that closer? That's closer.
And what about this one? Just one more.
Definitely the bluish one.
This one?
No, the black.
This one? I guess that one.
He's very blue.
Arlo and BoJack Horseman. Choose.
Just like that. If you ever see this, I've made an enemy.
Oh, we can make him we can also make him a horse if we want to. We can just make a bunch of horses.
No, we're keeping Arlo.
I'm gonna think of a horse.
We already got a horse. BoJack.
Oh. Okay. Okay, you made Bojack a horse. Good.
He is cynical, so he's 15% harder to level up.
Hold on.
You can name the next one, Mitzi. Heals 50%
I just
slower.
realized we could name them after our characters.
Oh, Arlo's a fucking asshole. Like, all of these are bad traits.
Can you
Fuck.
fix this right?
I think that's just telling you how it is.
That's right.
Fuck you, Arlo.
Anyway, Chris, your description of Banjo-Tooie is exactly how I feel about Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion. 'Cause I liked that game as a kid, but I don't think I ever made it out of the early levels, where it's just sort of like a fun collect-a-thon and you don't have to do a bunch of bullshit fly puzzles and then platforming and other bullshit. It's like, by the time you get to the end of that game, it's so obnoxious and tedious. But like, those first couple levels are actually kind of fun.
Yeah. Jet Fusion looks fun though.
Oh, look, we got the Shrine of Me. Here's a new follower, and assign them to worship the shrine. Oh, we get another new follower? Alright, Mitzi, do you want to name this person?
Give me 1 second.
Second, the 12 pieces of game. that
What
I
is
wanted to
this? Is
play
this
and
like
I
a
watched you
deer?
play it, and I'm like, oh no.
Yes, I would like to name the next follower.
I don't know what, please spare me. What species? Is this like a deer? I can't tell. Let's, like, look at form.
It looks like a deer or a goat.
Oh, we have other options. We got a cat, we got a fox, we got a... Hey, I'm fine with making it a deer since that's what it landed on. We do have, we could make a cat.
Pig.
We can make Cool Cat.
We could make Cool Cat.
Let's make an original character this time. Let's keep it original.
Let's make an OC. I would like to either have it be the piggy or the kitty. I'll let you decide which it is.
Let's do the piggy. We have enough furry characters. Let's do a piggy.
How dare you?
Piggy.
What color should the piggy be? Because it could just be a standard pink pig, but we have a lot of color options here.
I would like it to be a purple pig.
That shade of purple, or go for a different... it might be the only shade of purple we have.
It needs to be a lighter shade of purple. Is there a lighter shade of purple?
That's more of like a pinkish color, but maybe it's kind of purple.
What's that between like the red and the gray up there? Is that pink or is that purple?
This
Up at
one?
the top. No, up at the top.
It's kind of a mix.
I like that one.
Alright. Oh, we have variants too, where we can like give them like, oh, we can make him a fuzzy little pig.
Oh, cool.
Give him stripes. I want him to have stripes.
And then we can give him a name.
I want his
Or her a name. I don't know. I don't know what the gender of this pig is.
I want his name to be Kevin.
Kevin?
Kevin.
Alright, Kevin.
It seems like a pig name.
I want to see their...
Like the kind of name you give a pig.
It's not letting me read the traits.
What happened to his coat?
There we go. Terrified to death. Lose 5%. Lose 5 faith when another follower dies. So we have an existential pig, crisis pig here. Materialistic. Gain faith when building better sleeping quarters. Alright. Welcome, Kevin.
Oh, where did Stripes go? That's okay.
I forgot the stripes.
I guess Kevin will have Stripes.
Can you like edit him after?
Oh, wait. Oh, the stripes went missing? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll see if I can edit him. Probably.
If we get it,
I mean, I'm fine with him not having stripes if that's how it has to be.
if we
You
get
can't
it for
edit him.
chicken, can we name it Mega Natalie?
Yes. Yes, a chicken named Mega Natalie. We're bringing back Blombus Farm. Alright, I'm about to put you guys in my pocket. You tell me if it's hard for you to hear me or not. Can you guys still hear and understand everything I'm saying? Hello?
Hi.
Okay.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I can possibly... Oh, I don't know. Okay, we can look at the ages, too. Kevin's the oldest. Kevin's 26. Arlo's 22, and Bojack Horseman's 22. I don't think I can edit the appearance, unfortunately.
I'm going to take Sophie for a food. Come here, Sophie! I just wanted you to be here because I didn't want Nugget to be mad when we left without him. Alright.
Well, we can cook a hearty meat broth.
Did I already take my pills? No, but I think.
Alright. Well, they can eat whenever they want now.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, I know. I know, you need to go.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just go out.
And we can unlock a temple. Perform sermons and rituals. Sleeping bags. That would be a good thing to have. Let our resident sleep farm plot. Requires 1 divine inspiration. Alright, yeah, we'll get that stuff worked on. We need to get the... Alright, we need, we need 27 rock. And Bojack is not doing his job that well. Wait, is that what it is? Establish a temple to preach sermons. So yeah, I guess I need to mine some. Why is my mom calling me? I'm gonna answer this call. Hello. Why did you call me?
Hi, Michael's mom.
Sure. Give me a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you alright? Yeah, I'll do it. No problem. Alright. Bye.
Michael, what happened to your mom?
Just asked me to take the garbage. I'll do that in a bit.
Michael's mom dies live on stream.
Oh no, that would be really sad.
That'd be terrifying.
There's a certain species of followers that are monsters who were animals but just got morphed into that by bishops in order to fight the lamb. He's just kind of a freak. Okay, Arlo's a freak.
Arlo is a freak. I knew it.
That's gonna take too long.
I need to take out the flashlight. I'm in my slippers and I don't want to step in anything when I'm in my slippers.
Where the fuck are you, Bojack?
One more thing of salt water. Oh, you know, it would make potion work actually. Okay, well, gotta get that fixed.
Dumb old me was like, oh,
Thank you so much.
okay.
No, it's all good. Thank you, though.
I'm just gonna do this for a while.
Come on, Puppy.
This is the stream, everybody. When he finishes, so do we.
When he finishes.
It'll take like a minute or two. Like we're already a quarter of the way there. Me and Bojack are working hard together. Hell, you know what? I'll quit. We have enough wood, so I'll just temporarily recruit Arlo to.
Kind of a freak.
Alright, join us. Arlo, get the fuck over here.
I need to break.
I want you to do.
Barely anything.
Oh, we have to show them that everything's gonna be okay.
Sophie. Sophie. Big mom. You promise she's all.
Oh, we can bully him.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm gonna bully him for his tweets.
Well, he's not going for the rock I want him to go for, but okay.
Where did the food go? I know. Oh, the tiny food.
So we get to, I guess we get to marry some of our cult followers.
marry Bojack.
I'm leaning towards Kevin more than anyone so far.
Bojack.
Arlo's in last place. I'm not sure about Arlo. We might have to do something about him.
We should get more followers and then decide who Michael marries his bachelor simulator.
We do a bachelor simulator to decide.
Oh yeah, we used to do Bachelor Simulator.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, Sophie, come on, we need to throw this away. Come on.
You need to drink.
Hey, we almost got rock. Alright, so is that enough? Can we build it now? There we go. Where should we have our church?
Sophie, can you sit? Sophie, sit.
I mean, the church should be more towards the front of
Sophie,
the
sit. Sophie, sit.
map, I feel.
Sit, Sophie.
Yep.
Sit, sir.
Yeah, right. You know, I think right here is a good spot for it.
Okay, Sophie, that's it.
You know what, Arlo, you can help me build. Oh, Bojack's already helping with the build. Good on him.
I wish Bojack had been the one to get all the bad traits.
Lamb and goat. Howdy, lamb and goat. You seem like the type of person who might enjoy a stream like this. Also, wish to note that the art style for the followers, if you look up the Crowbird follower, it looks like in this game. I'll have to check that out. I'll probably see it. Let's get some sleeping bags.
Oh, you didn't do sleep. You couldn't do sleeping bag before?
Now I can.
Yo,
Oh, what the fuck is this body pit?
alright.
How much do I need for farming? Just one. We can make a body pit. Kill all the bastards.
That's pretty good.
We're gonna make a little camping ground over here. Yeah, that's Bojack Horseman's bed. This is Bojack's bed. He can sleep there when he needs to rest. Need to get some wood, I think.
Alright, well, I've had a lot of fun doing this, but I need to head out.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you.
Love you too, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Sophie. 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 Sophie.
It's Arlo's bed.
Sophie.
And that's Kevin's bed, even though it's kind of fucking separated from everything else. Preach a sermon in your temple. Alright, yeah, let's do a sermon.
Sophie, calm down. Come on, this way. Sophie. Come on, Sophie. Getting everybody riled up.
Through the faith of your followers, you grow stronger. Performance sermons will draw power from them and allow you to unlock new abilities, weapons, and curses. Followers with a higher loyalty level will generate more devotion. Therefore, the more followers you have, the more loyal they are. The quicker you gain new the quicker you gain new abilities.
Not good.
Permanently gain half a heart. Alright.
Sophie. Sophie, come here. Let me take up your... There you go. He did it. Tiny cool.
Kudos to you guys. You guys are doing the work you need to do. Kevin's doing his 20 Holy Marys.
Kevin is doing it.
Still on day 1, I can see. Maybe it's time to go out and get ourselves another follower. I'm assuming I can just leave the food lying out like this and they'll eat it. Alright. Now I need 3 out of 7.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think I subconsciously wanted to name the pig Kevin Bacon. I didn't think about that until just now.
Can I get,
like, you know what?
can I get another follower from Darkwood?
Pig Nick.
I wonder if I can get another follower from Darkwood. I don't know. Because I feel like it's telling me I need more followers to unlock another location. So let's just go over here and see
Oh, I
what
almost forgot. Don't be always with the truth.
Darkwood. Oh, I can get an axe. Some more gold. Get some supplies. We're on a crusade, everybody. We're on a holy crusade. Glad you found you. Bring good news. The one who waits is pleased with your progress and wishes to grant you a crown ability. What does that mean?
Some of which almost didn't fail.
So I can now shoot at people, is that it? That's good.
You do a lot of killing.
Enemies will now drop fervor. Collect them to replenish your curses. Is the righteous anger earned by striking down non-believers and more like ammunition for your curses.
This is a great game.
Yeah, it is. I'm a fan. Draw a tarot card. When attack, 10% of chance of negating damage. Heart offered, a vow made. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna pick it. Cannot argue with the draw, one might as well argue with the ocean. Alright, bye-bye. Find commandment stone fragments. Alright, whatever that means. When you get a chance and unlock Hedgehog, you gotta make a Gorky a follower. Sure. Doing a Gorky. That's cool that they got hedgehogs in here.
Michael, have you watched any of like the little shorts that they put out?
Yes.
Called the Lamb Scripts? I love those things.
Did you ever see the one with dialogue in it? It's like 8 minutes long.
I don't think I've seen that one. I've just seen a couple of them.
That one was actually done by like a channel that does parody stuff, but the lead animator on that, from what I read, I don't know how accurate what I read is, but they liked like his animations so much that they like brought him on to continue doing the animations.
Yeah.
So like the fucking fan animator became a real animator for it.
My favorite one is the one where he's like, "Where's Tobias? Where's my husband?"
That's what I'm talking about. But that's part of a bigger animation that's like 8 minutes long.
Okay.
I'll show
I've
that
only
to you.
seen, like, clips on YouTube Shorts, so I haven't actually seen like a full 8-minute thing.
I'll play that. I'll play that for you after this.
Okay, but I've seen a few clips on YouTube Shorts. And like all the little videos I've seen have people saying like, I would watch a full show of this, and I'm like, I agree, I would also watch a full show of this. This should be a television show.
Oh, I didn't mean to spend money. That's what I just did. How many people do you think we need for Frantic Fanfic?
Matt? You still here? Did Matt leave?
I am here. I'm on a delivery and I'm about to hang up on you because I need to call these people.
Oh, okay.
These fucking people.
I was hoping Chris would be here for it, but if it needs to just be us, then I guess that's the break.
I gotta get a stone fragment. Guess I'll do that one.
Or we could do it another night. Like I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to doing it or not.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know any of the details about it. Matt just told me about it and I was like, we need to play this. We absolutely need to play it.
Yeah, Matt sent me a Shea Frillis video where apparently they were playing that. Farewell and have a great day, Chris, if she ever sees this, because I'm roughly 7 minutes behind. Yeah, Chris left probably about like 7-10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the stream's going so rough tonight, but you know.
The stream is lagging.
The video playback will be fine, at least.
Yeah.
You foolishly persist, little lamb. I hear your lies and smell your fear. The red crown rises again, but what an unworthy bearer it has. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's true. That was unnecessary. That was really mean. Maybe I should just leave. Good luck finding another.
Oh wait, what do I do to shoot that thing? I can shoot these fuckers. I need the power to do that. Pac-Man says strange.
You know, this might sound weird, and maybe I'm the only one who feels this way, but the combat is kind of reminding me of Hades.
I haven't played that game.
Yeah, no. It's just, like, the way he moves, and, like, how he fights and like the weapons and everything. And I'm like, this is reminding me of Hades. I love that game. I love that game because I'm bad at video games, but I love them. And it's kind of like the only game that like rewards you for failing. Like, it sucks because you gotta go all the way back to the beginning when you fuck up. But at the same time, when you go all the way back to the beginning, you get to like level up and shit and get better things.
Yeah, I think that's what Tomb Buffoon was saying this game does too. Like, you have to kind of like go, there's a lot of trial and error with a lot of these maps. But I mean, I dig this game a lot so far. Like, I will probably play a lot of this off of stream, and then we'll just come back with more progress.
More progress!
And now I think we're gonna get another follower.
You come back stronger every time.
Get in strong now!
Woo!
Got some devotion points.
Nugget, cut it. My god, both of you today. Shut your gap hole. Every little thing is like bark, 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 bark. Worse when there's two of them. Matt, do you want to name the next follower?
Sure.
Matt is welcome to name the next follower that I think we're about to fight. Yeah, we have to fight Balafar.
You named one, and Chris named one, and I named one. I just think it's only fair that Matt gets to name one.
This one. Look at this guy. Oh, he's crying.
Little creature.
I don't think we get to name until we go back to the town, though. Choose follower form. We'll do the follower form. New animal form your followers can take. We've unlocked, I think it kind of looks like a wolf that we've unlocked.
A wolf.
I don't know if we can do that with the monsters, though. So if Matt's naming a monster, I don't think we'll be able to change the animal. Maybe we'll be able to change it to a different type of monster, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm new to this game. Heretics defeated. Cleanse the non-believers. I am gonna grab a beer. I will be back in just a minute.
Nugget and Sophie, what do you have to say?
They say woof, mostly. Woof.
Matt,
Sophie likes to go.
Oh! Kiss one,
She
my turn.
chirped. She will chirp.
She does chirp. Sophie chirps a lot. Not right now. It's more like during, because she hears something outside the door. But I don't know what it is she's hearing. Anyway.
Alright, all my boys are asleep. We're on day 3? What happened to day 2? Oh, hey, Bojack. Good morning. The cult is growing day by day. It's time I give it a name. Oh, we can name our cult.
Hell yeah!
I haven't read Tomb Buffoon's chat yet. I'll have to do that. It's gonna be especially late for Tomb Buffoon, despite considering the delay. Wait, no, it's up. The stream is caught up. What the fuck? Cool.
Sonic. New Jersey.
I don't know. I like New Jersey, but I'm not sure.
The
This is gonna be our-
Boston Red Sox.
Oh,
I
what
forgot what you said earlier that you wanted to name your cult.
what was that fucking thing that Zach had in his Animal Crossing village? It was like the Shrine of Jerry.
I don't remember.
I forget.
It was like a toilet that was like on a pedestal.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
No.
I had the specific, like, island within my island full of flowers with a toilet up on, like,
Oh, that was you?
elevated platform.
Okay.
I had a toilet on an elevated platform too, but it was like more so just like where Slippin' went to take a shit. We'll call it Channel Awesome.
Perfect.
Channel Awesome. That has a nice ring to it.
Oh boy.
Alright, can you farm? Oh, is farming not an option? That should be an option. Alright, collect stone then, Bojack. No. No, they're talking. Now I can demand they get back to her. Oh, I'll let them shoot the shit for a bit, but okay, yeah, see, that was quick. That's fine. I got no gripes with what they just did. Can I bring in another member yet? Because I have, like, that pamphlet, I think. I don't know. Well, let's do a ceremony. Okay, speaking of... This is such a late response, I apologize. Speaking of fan animators... I know you don't ever care, Tomb Buffoon. I know you always say don't apologize, but I like looking at the chat. It's fine. Anyway, speaking of fan animators, become proper animators. This doesn't gotta be in anime and drawing department, but if Sega saw these videos and wanted to hire you, would you take the job opportunity? Yes, under certain circumstances, like because, like, Cybershell, I love Cybershell, and he made a video on Fang when Superstars was coming out, and it was so clearly a sponsored video. And here's the thing, I don't mind seeing a sponsored video from Cybershell if it's, like, the only one. If I had to only do that on my channel from now on, I wouldn't be for it. Like, if they had restrictions on what I could do on my channel, I wouldn't be for it, because if you take away that freedom, it just kind of loses the point to me. But I would absolutely make a video that's, like, Sega-friendly for them if they watched my stuff and liked it. Because Cybershell, his Fang video, despite being definitely a sponsored video where he couldn't, like, definitely couldn't talk shit or anything, it was still a pretty funny video. Because Cybershell's a pretty funny guy. So I'd definitely be down for that. Stacking up all the CNDs, one from Channel Awesome, one from Monty Python, one from Sega, one from Better Call Saul, one from a Gorky's company. Alright, Ceremony, Crown. Upgrade the abilities of the Crown. Let's do a Ceremony first. What does that do? Bear weapons. 3 new curses will appear in your crusades. Alright, let's see. Main weapons have a chance of poisoning enemies. That's what I want to go with. This is an awesome... I love this game. This is a fucking awesome game. This is like a perfect game to me. Didn't I just do the crown? Maybe not. Alright, what's this? Play as Lamb's wicked counterpart. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. This is just you get to play as the... I guess that was something that wasn't originally always part of this game right away. Like, you used to have to, like, earn it. Now you can play as the goat whenever you want. I don't want to play as the goat. I like the lamb's design more. I love this game's art style. This is just such a fucking effective, cute art style. I should cook for these guys. Healthy meat broth, stringy meat gruel. I'll make the higher quality food for them. They deserve it. They've been good boys, except for Arlo. Arlo can go fuck himself, but, you know. As of now, he's not getting executed or anything. I don't, like, hate Arlo that much. Get your food, guys. Get your food, boys. Kevin's our main prayer man. I'm gonna have to get another divine inspiration by travel and declare a new doctrine from the altar in your temple. Kill Leshy in Darkwood. So that's something I gotta do. Oh, can I do that? Okay, here. That's how I do it. Declare a new doctrine. Okay. That's what I was supposed to do. Oh, let me read it. Tomb Buffoon said, when you get the ability to make your followers fight to the death for your amusement, you'll find it even more entertaining. Oh, no! Okay, like, here's the thing, because there's some followers I would never want to do that to. Like, Bojack, Kevin, and Bulby in my book are all cool. Arlo's a little bit on my shit list because he shat, and only... Like, okay, if you shit, you shit. Fair enough, I don't have toilets installed yet. But... he shat by the fucking food. He was laughing about it. Arlo... the only reason Arlo isn't... If I had the option to, like, make someone kill Arlo right now, I would take it. Because Arlo deserves it. The goat is actually...
Arlo, go sit in the body pit and wait to die.
Yeah.
That's how you can be of use to me.
The goat is actually a very, and the most recent addition... I stopped playing this game before the sex update dropped. The sex update? Dance around the flame.
I told you it was for orgies. I knew it.
Dance around the flame to increase the cult's faith. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. I love the idea of having like a bonfire dance. That's amazing. It's beautiful. So we need... What is that? Bones? Oh, is that bones from these guys? Do we have to sacrifice these guys?
Is they've got bones?
There was an update called Sins of the Flesh on their socials, and they called it the sex update. That's amazing. Alright, I mean...
Finally, we can start a sex
Preaching
cult.
sermons, perform rituals, providing the needs of your fellows to keep their faith very high. The bones of your enemies are required. Okay, so that's why we need to go fight the Shredder Skeletons to get their bones. Okay, cool. Perform rituals at the temple, so we don't have to kill our own. After slaying a non-believer, their bodies... Okay. Kevin, you're... Oh, hey. Hey, Bojack. What's up? Yuck, this place is gross. If you don't clean up, someone gets sick. Alright, well, what's gross about it?
What did Arlo do now?
Clean poop. Okay, so I guess there's 2 pieces of poop lying around.
Arlo?
Well, maybe it wasn't Arlo, because, like, they all have to poop. Arlo's the one who, like, fucking took a shit near the food and laughed about it. I don't... If the others have to poop, you know, like... It's fair enough. They need a restroom. Arlo's a piece of fucking shit, though. Alright. Oh, we gotta clean the vomit.
He left a piece of fucking shit.
As far as I'm concerned, there isn't a difference between him and that shit. And I unlocked a broom. Click reward from BoJack Horseman. Hell yeah. And he just took a shit. He seemed happy about it, but maybe he was just happy about... I knew you could do it. You truly are divine.
I knew you could clean up that dead.
Return to the lands of the old faith. Collect bone. Yeah, we need to kill Leshy, so let's go kill Leshy. Let's go fuck Leshy up. We also get bones from follower stuff. Don't worry, you can still use them. Like I said, Arlo. I'm okay with Arlo going. I'm not. BoJack and Kevin, I feel attached to. Bulby, I don't feel attached to yet, but Bulby seems cool in my book. I've got no gripes with Bulby. BoJack is my favorite because he's my first, but that could change. Because like he's not like a strong competitor right now. He's just the first one, so he's the one that's been around the longest. We need the flames of disaster. Convoke a violent eruption of powerful tentacles. What the fuck? Let's do that.
The dogs are staring at me in my field, so.
I will find the flames of disaster. Well, I guess I just wasted that kind of. Full health. Mitzi, if you had to rank, I want to know your opinion with the third Sonic movie coming out. Would you, if you had to rank Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Knuckles, what would your ranking be?
Like just those two games?
The two movies and the Knuckles show.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Sonic 1, like the game, and then Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, we got
Sonic 2
gold.
is definitely better than Sonic 1. I haven't actually watched the Knuckles show.
Fair. I thought Mitzi, you saw, right? Because you were asking me questions about it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I liked the Knuckles show a lot.
I like the Knuckles show a lot. I think I would still put it in last place. I would put the Sonic movie in second place. I would put Sonic 2 in first place.
I think I would just switch Sonic 1 and Knuckles around because Sonic. I mean, I think Knuckles might be the best structure-wise, to be honest. Even though I get why people have an issue with it, but I think in terms of like telling its story, I think Knuckles is the most persistent about it, most precise with it. Sonic 1 is fine. Sonic 2 is the most fun for me because it has the most Sonic-related shit in it, but it's also like kind of all over the place. But I like it, of course. But it's just like it's not structured very well. It loses focus a lot.
I don't agree with you that like the Sonic movie is the worst Sonic movie it could be.
I didn't say that.
In your video,
I said if they kept the original design, I'd feel that way. They didn't keep the original design.
oh okay.
I don't know, I think you could make a more boring Sonic movie than that. Like, you could make it even more terrible and generic.
I guess so, but
I think I will agree that it is very disconnected from the game, but at the same time, like, I would want it to be accessible to somebody who hasn't played the game.
okay, but I saw that original trailer back in 2019, and it seemed like they didn't know anything about the series they were adapting at all.
I mean, that was kind of the sense I got from the first Sonic movie, was that they didn't really care at all about the games. I mean, it's the trope I hate of, like, character who is from a magic world spends, like, the opening scene in the magic world and then gets transported to the boring real world.
I suppose so.
Smurfs
I
did
don't know.
it. Master of the Universe did it.
I think where the first Sonic movie stands, it's like, it's fine. But if they kept that original design, I would not say that.
I do recall saying to someone, like, I don't know, the updated design kinda saves the movie. Not that I really, like, want to watch it again or anything, just, like...
You have a cow.
If they kept the original design, they would have an extremely generic kids film with a really ugly character. Instead, they have a really generic kids film with Sonic.
But because they fixed the design, now so much more about it works. Like, there's so many speed sequences with the character that now you're not distracted by this, like, god-awful design. You can kind of look at it and appreciate how they, like, manipulate time. You can appreciate how they, like, animated the character. I think them fixing the design was integral, because I think the design of Sonic is a huge part of the appeal.
Fuck you. Fuck this guy.
Oh damn, he's just sharing his opinion. No, he's on the team.
Not Michael, the guy who put in a delivery.
I know, I'm just joking. Is it the guy with the terrible apartment that smells like smoke and cat pee?
No. I'm good.
Oh, that's neat, Toon Buffoon. I didn't know that.
Alright, well. They tipped well, at least.
He rebuilds, can't do it. Because, like, my thoughts on the first Sonic movie is that I'm not that big on it, because I just don't think that there's much from the series that gets represented. But I since they fixed the design, I can, like, absolutely see the appeal of it now. Like, I think it's solid now that they fixed that, because it's like, okay,
I think it has more redeeming qualities than just the design.
I agree, but I would be way too distracted by the design to appreciate those if they didn't fix it. Because I think Tom is a fine character. I like Tom just fine. Jim Carrey has a lot of energy. I didn't like that he wasn't the character that I knew in any shape or form in that first movie. But I still liked Jim Carrey. I still liked the energy. Agent Stone was fun. I liked Agent Stone. And I thought that it was a wholesome movie. I thought it was like, okay, this is like a fine little family movie. I think that, like, honest to God, I think and I like the Mario Brothers movie a decent bit, actually, but I think families would have more fun going to see that Sonic movie, because I think it's more appealing to general audiences. I think that parents would enjoy the human characters and their quirkiness, you know? I think that it's doing a lot right, but I think they really needed to fix that fucking design, and once they did, it was like, okay, I still don't think this is a great adaptation of the series, but at least it's like, it's likable now. It's a very likable design. The fucking movie version of Sonic is enjoyable. I like him.
Yeah.
He's very different from the game version, but still carries what I think the character needs to carry to work. He is fat.
Definitely in a movie.
Yeah, my way of viewing Sonic is people have, like, their method for what makes the character work and what doesn't make him work, and it gets to a point where I think it gets obnoxious sometimes. Not that people should be free to share their opinions, but I do. God, people point out all these rules of how the character can and can't act, and it's like, I don't agree with anyone. To me, all the character needs to be is he needs to be fast, and he needs to think he's cool. He doesn't always have to actually be cool. Sometimes he's cool and sometimes he's lame. But he at least needs to believe he's cool. That is
integral to his character, I think.
And sometimes he is fucking cool. Sometimes he is really fucking cool.
Sonic,
I think
whether it is warranted or not, to be oozing confidence.
the movie Sonic is less cool because they're kind of going with like more of like a comedic Sonic. Like in the trailer, they have Knuckles saying like, "Oh, this hedgehog's way stronger than the one I fought before, dude. I'm standing right here." And that's like, yeah, that they're like that's the third movie saying, yeah, this Sonic's a fucking bitch. Sonic's a fucking loser, but he still thinks he's cool, so it works.
Yeah. I really do hope they introduce Amy in this one.
I think she probably will. I'm thinking probably post credits, and it's going to be a 4 because they already announced Sonic 4. As a Sonic fan who is in the younger demographic, I really like the Sonic movie, but I am film illiterate and I don't deserve an opinion on movies. That is not true. That is anybody deserves. Here's the thing, because there's people who research film and they understand tropes and they understand film and techniques and composition and use of music. Like, there are people who understand objective things about films, but at the end of the day, those objective things don't matter because everybody views film subjectively. So it's like, it's important to people who make films. It's important to people who are in that like corner. But to the general audience, no, your opinion is just as valid as anyone else's, and you should be able to talk about it. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry, you're out. Is Matt trying to respond? I can't tell if he's talking to us or a customer.
I can't either.
Because he sounds distant, but no, your opinion is equally valid as mine, Toon Buffoon. We're both people, so your opinion is as equal as mine. If I use terms, or if I describe it in a way where it's like, oh, I don't know what Mike was talking about, it's because I'm coming from a different place. It's not because my opinion is right and yours is wrong.
Were you saying something, Matt?
But because I have my opinion, because I have that experience, I'm going to share that experience. And everybody is welcome to disagree with me. Everyone's welcome to say, well, this guy's a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna say my thing, and I think this is important to know. You don't have to know what is good or not. You just have to know what you do and don't like.
Yeah.
Because good and bad are such nebulous terms, and they could mean fucking anything. Like, it's just such a broad, like, they're loaded. They're very loaded words. We use them often and loosely, but they're very loaded words.
You know
that have a lot to them.
You know what it ultimately comes down to with me?
What?
And even though I like say this as like my mindset, it's still subjective. For me, it often comes down to, is a movie sincere or not? Like, did anyone working on this actually give a shit about this, or did they not? Because I look at that original movie trailer and I look at that and say, they did not fucking care about this at all. And their ability to go through and fix it proved me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm gonna agree with you, Michael, because the least I have ever enjoyed watching a movie, I think,
Planes.
Is Planes.
Because
I was literally about to say, there are movies that have straight up, like, disturbed me and grossed me out. I have had a better time watching those movies than I have Planes.
Get that out too. Have a nice evening.
Mitzi.
Oh, thank God they're going the same direction. Look.
Mitzi, I almost put it below Avatar, The Last Airbender. The live action one, obviously. I almost did. The only reason I didn't put it below The Last Airbender is because at least they didn't have blueprints to make it good. At least they didn't, like, mispronounce names of established characters where all you had to do was watch the show to pronounce the names right.
Yeah, no, at least it didn't, like, they weren't adapting anything.
Hi, Phase 14.
The only thing that makes it better, and still, it's the lowest of the low. Like, nobody working on that movie wanted to be there.
The thing with...
The entire energy of that movie is just like, oh my god, let's just get this over with and collect the paycheck.
Yeah,
I want to win. I want to go home.
I want to say The Last Airbender is better than Planes because Shyamalan has gone... Like, one, Shyamalan is a director I know is capable of making a good movie. And even his bad movies, I genuinely believe he cares about them. He made a post like about Last Airbender eventually where he like where what he said was like, I'm sorry, I legitimately was just trying to entertain people, and I believe him. I believe him. It's just I don't think you can take the mistakes of Last Airbender lightly because I think they're actually like problems. Like I think it's like, no, this is something that we can't repeat. These are problems that go beyond just being a bad movie. This is like taking all these cultures and, you know, not casting them properly. This is not doing the bare minimum of research of what the show was to even get the names right. This is like, this is the worst. It is bad. It is bad that your movie came out this way, despite the, like, because I heard that Netflix show, the live-action Netflix show, wasn't that good either. I heard that some of the choices they made where it sounds like they're kind of resenting the show a little bit, which, like, I don't think they have any right to do that.
No, I haven't watched the Netflix show, but from what I hear, it's just like they're changing way too much stuff that they don't need to change. And, like, I get it, if you're making an adaptation or of anything, you're gonna want to take some creative liberties and, like, do some things different. But it's like, what is necessary and integral to the character? Like, the biggest example I can give that people are complaining about is they're removing Sokka's entire character arc.
Can I say something about that?
What?
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this actually comes from a reviewer that I like named Cell Specs, and she's great. I like her a lot. She mainly talks about animation, but she talked about the live-action Airbender series. And she said something about that I agree with entirely, which is that because she kind of made the point that it's not that, like, she was kind of making the argument that it wasn't that big of a deal that they cut that out because she was like, well, it's not like anyone was praising that episode where he was sexist prior to this announcement. But this is just kind of being used as fuel against a live action show. But she made a very good point, which is her problem isn't that they cut it out, it's that they acted like the animated series did something wrong. That's the problem. Not that they wanted to make a change. It's that they're acting like the animated series did something wrong when they absolutely didn't.
My issue with it is just that you are taking away an integral part of the character and, like, their story, and, like, that's the issue I have with it. Like, yeah, obviously nobody is praising Sokka being sexist. The whole point is him learning to not be, and, like, learning to, like, not have such an ego and learn from other people. It's like, okay, I recently watched, I really love Cinema Therapy. Shout out to Cinema Therapy. They've been doing episodes on Avatar recently that are really fucking cool. And they don't normally do TV shows, so that's awesome too. But, I agree with what he said. It's like, if you have a character that starts in a good place and ends in a good place, that's boring. They need to start in a bad place and end up in a good place. Because, like, that's how you have a character arc. That's how you have a character at all. Like, he doesn't change. He has no narrative then. He has no growth. If he starts off, like, being, like, the cool, like, capable, competent strategist that he is, it doesn't work. Like his whole, like, it's not just him not being sexist, it's him learning.
Right.
Like, he has emotional growth as, like, a person as a whole because of that. And it's like, you're taking that away. You're taking that away from him.
I took bigger issue with the, and I agree with you, I 100% agree with you. I took bigger issue with what they said about Aang, where it's like, oh, he's not gonna really, like, have fun. He's gonna just kind of take it seriously. And it's like, you don't get what you're, it doesn't even sound like you like what you're adapting.
Yeah.
I felt the same way about the fucking Animaniacs reboot, reading what some of the people worked on it did. Fucking Ren and to be fair, Ren and Stimpy is something that shouldn't have come back in the first place, but it's like, it's the same thing with Ren and Stimpy, where there was old writers who came on and said, yeah, they asked us to come on, and they asked us to come on because they wanted to say old people were involved. They treated us like shit. It was a bunch of young writers who acted like they were better than us.
Oh.
And acted like the old show was shit, and that we didn't know what we were doing. And, yeah, it's like this, there's this fucking ego of so many writers in television, where they get this gig and they act like
They're better than everybody.
they act like they can like talk. They're gonna talk. Like I swear to God, there's so many shows nowadays that get released where it just feels like immediately they're talking down to the audience.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes, honestly, I'm gonna hear it. Sometimes I think that is warranted. Sometimes I think there is something that a writer has to say.
Oh, what the fuck?
In a movie or a TV show or a book. And it's something that, I've said this before, it's something that I've tried to explain a thousand times over, and people just did not get them. And you could feel that frustration coming through in the writing.
My earbuds are not working. What the fuck?
Hello?
I mean, I can hear you, but it's coming from my speaker now instead of my earbuds.
Oh, that's weird.
That's really annoying.
Should I stop talking for a little bit while you figure it out, or?
I don't think I can. I keep plugging it in and out, and it's not doing anything, so there's nothing I can do.
Is it doing anything to the stream?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I hope it's not affecting the stream at all.
If this is my computer telling me to update, Windows, you can go fuck yourself. You fucking monsters. You fucking actual monsters. You fucking deserve the worst. You deserve the fucking worst. Anyway, I feel like that's kind of the case with, like, I know what you're talking about, like, BoJack Horseman Season 5 kind of did that, where they kind of had to make a point to the audience to say, like, you're not supposed to use BoJack to justify your actions.
Yeah.
You're supposed to view what he does. You're not supposed to view BoJack as the show saying, like, hey, everybody's like this, so it's okay to act like that. Because that's the idea a lot of people were getting, and they eventually just decided, like, okay, well, let's try to tone that down a bit. that's like what most of Season 5 was addressing.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like when writers have to spoon feed the audience, and as a writer, I don't like doing it. But sometimes it's just like, oh my god, you're really gonna make me do this, huh? You're really gonna make me fucking spell it out for you, huh?
It should never be your first impression, though. It shouldn't be how the show opens.
Because you're that fucking dense. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Like, Velma is something that rubbed me the wrong way, I'll say that. And maybe the show's fine. Maybe that show definitely got targeted. Maybe the show's fine. But it doesn't look fine, but maybe it is. I haven't watched the show, but so I just don't feel comfortable saying it's definitely bad. It's just they immediately took the approach of we're gonna shit on anyone who likes this property.
Yeah, no, it rubbed me the wrong way from its conception. It definitely feels like you said, it feels like they don't even like what they're adapting.
Yeah, the Animaniacs reboot was an issue I had because there were writers on that admitted they didn't like the show.
Oh.
And it's like, why are you here then? And the Animaniacs reboot did some stuff well. It's not like the Animaniacs reboot was like shit. It's just, but there was just like, there was things about it that I didn't like, and then when I read what some of the writers on it were saying, I was like, okay, this is why I don't like that. This is why it's rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah. Better thing to savings, it only keep a little bit into checking account, but you know, it's still a way to have a good debit card.
Mute.
We're just gonna be doing Echo Mitzi for the rest of the stream. I apologize, but I don't.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's my fault. My computer's fucked up.
No, it's your computer's fault. It's not anybody's fault but your computer.
You know, we got a flag. We got a great flag. Stone flag. Hooray! Hooray! We got gold. We have to kill Leshy. I want to kill Leshy. We didn't kill Leshy yet. Oh, we have to do one more run, I think.
I wanted to say earlier because I talked about cinema therapy. One of the reasons I like that channel so much and like setting a lot of videos from them is that they are very good at articulating what I like about a movie that I'm really bad at articulating. Sometimes I disagree with their takes. There are episodes of the show where I'm like, well, I don't think you got this. I don't think you hit this nail. Can't be a win every time, I guess. But most of them, like they did an episode of High School Musical recently. And I'm like, you are explaining better why I love High School Musical than I can. But I might send it to the movies and TV chat later, because I'm like, here's my thoughts and my feelings.
As a person who grew up watching the Animaniacs, the reboot was in no way bad and got a laugh out of me, I'll give them that. But that being said, there is a decent amount of stuff that rubs me the wrong way. The stuff that rubs me the wrong way is, like, the main thing for me is that most of the segments got cut. And to see that, followed by... there's a couple things that rub me the wrong way, but I'll get to one of them in a second. But one of them is a majority of the segments being cut, and then writers saying they didn't like the original show, because it's like, okay, that's why they got cut, because the other writers didn't like the old segments, and maybe that's look, that's speculation. I would hate it if I would never say that in like a scripted video, because I wouldn't want people to repeat that shit. But the other thing that rubs me the wrong way, and like this is like this might not be a word for, I don't know if I should say, I don't like how they handled Dot, and it's not that they changed it to Dot has wit, I don't care about that, it's just that there's some weird shit with that. Like, okay, here's an example. When Dot is, like, flirting with the older men, they're supposed to be uncomfortable with it. They're not supposed to be into it. Because she's a child, and that's something that the reboot didn't fucking understand. There's little choices like that throughout that I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Take a second to think about what you're doing.
My thing with the reboot, I think, okay, I won't call the first season, because they didn't advertise the second season at all. The second season, like, came out, and I'm like, what? That's out? I didn't hear any advertising for it. What the fuck, Hulu?
Yeah.
So, as for season 1, I think every Pinky and the Brain segment was good. I think they did Pinky and the Brain perfectly. The Animaniacs, mixed results.
I love the train mystery a lot.
Who was the best segment on Animaniacs? Cutting every single segment and then being like, oh, but this segment sucked. We don't like this. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
I agree with you, because that's kind of like, since the original writers weren't on it, it's kind of like insult to injury. Like, imagine, like...
It rubs me the wrong way that the original writers were not brought back for this reboot.
Yeah, because, like, imagine if, like, okay, like, this is kind of a stretched example, but let's say, like, imagine, if Imagine if Dungeons and Duckies got rebooted. Imagine if like Dungeons and Duckies, that show we used to do together, got rebooted and someone else was behind it, and then they said like, oh, like they treated Vignis, Ranny, and Fenno with respect, but then they said like, oh, but Slippin' was shit. Everybody hates Slippin'. And it's like, how much of a slap in the face is that to the original people that worked on it? When you single out, if that was the original writers making fun of themselves because they acknowledged a segment wasn't as popular, that would be one thing. But that's them like attacking the fucking show that they're taking over when the original writers weren't even asked to come back on it.
And that's just completely inaccurate. Everybody loves Slippin'.
I'm just saying, I'm just making up an example.
Boo, it was the best segment.
I don't agree with you on that, but I don't think it was so bad they needed to make an episode about how bad it was.
I was like, I way more bored by Rita and Runt, or the fucking hippos.
I liked Rita and Ron. I didn't like Buttons and Mindy. I didn't like when I got older. I liked it when I was a kid. Because it was just kind of like weaker Tom and Jerry. But,
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think it's like reverse Tom and Jerry.
It's slapstick humor with no dialogue.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I mean, the character motivations are completely different.
No, sure, but it's still the same style of humor. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I maybe it's more charming than Tom and Jerry, but the Rita and Run, I really liked those two. I thought they were charming as hell. It was like kind of like getting like a Disney musical mixed in with the bunch. I liked that the tone was very different. I liked Rita and Run a lot, honestly. Those were two of my. Rita and Run was one of my favorites, but
Run, fun, but I like Rita a lot. I like her character.
Run was a parody of Rain Man, and that's something that you couldn't do today. But
Yeah.
I do think the idea wasn't like, oh, let's make fun of someone with a disability. I think the thing was like, oh, it's a dog. Let's like, what's a dumb sounding character we can pick? And they probably shouldn't have gone with Rain Man, especially since the character is technically a genius. But I get what they were going for. It was just sensitivities were different back then. And they probably should have gone with something different than a Rain Man impression. But I do think the character's sweet, at least. He's a nice character. Like, it's not the worst it could be.
Yeah. They're pretty cool. I don't know, I think that is exactly how cats and dogs act with each other.
Yeah.
Somebody who lives in a house with a cat and a dog. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I liked Good Feathers. I liked all of them, honestly. Buttons and Mindy isn't like bad. I don't even think Buttons and Mindy is bad. I just think it's like the weaker link.
One thing I do love about Animaniacs and like the segments within Animaniacs is like I love that they let the women be unhinged. Like I think that it is like Dot specifically, and other female characters on the show too, but Dot specifically I think that was like one of the characters who were like, yes, she is the girl, yes, she is the sister, but she's not like the girl of the group.
Yeah.
She's meant to be just as unhinged as her brother.
I think, like, I almost feel like there was maybe an attempt to, like, be more feminist with her in the news show, but it's like, Dot was already a pretty, like, she was a funny female character.
Yeah.
She had her own thing going on, she was not just a cute girl.
Oh, we can do a ritual.
Spelled out as a feminist. She's already an icon.
We're doing a ritual.
Like, I kind of get why they would cut, like, I mean, they cut all of the other segments, but I kind of get why they would cut, like, Minerva Mink, or, why, like...
I even get why they'd cut.
I think it's like a passing reference.
I even get why they cut Rita and Run. I mean, Rita and Run got their conclusion in the movie. They got adopted. I think maybe you could have like Dr. Scratch and Sniff have them at like in an episode. Like they could just be living with him in an episode. That'd be a nice way to include them. But I don't think they need their segment back. Give Slappy and Goodfeathers their segment back. What the fuck?
Yeah,
And
I was Slappy too.
Even if not Goodfeathers, why not fucking Slappy? If you had those three in, that would be a lot better. Slappy was.
Slappy so much.
Yeah, I feel like Slappy was pretty important to the Animaniacs dynamic.
She was the meta commentary of the show. Like, she was a huge part of it. Like, and that's like before doing meta humor was like such a big thing. Like, a big part of her shtick was just she was an old timer who talked about what did and didn't work in cartoons, you know?
The only other female character I can think that specifically, like, and I know this isn't the correct use of the phrase, but I'm gonna use it anyway, that, like, matches the freak of, like, the rest of the male characters is Dee from Royal Study. I mean, she was an absolute fucking freak. She was an absoluteness. I just think, I think female characters should be allowed to be as, like, obnoxious and, like, just messy and unhinged and, like fucking failures as their male counterparts and, like, have it be okay. Yeah. Like, she does not always have to be the voice of reason or the mom or, like, the commentary of, oh, you boys are so immature and weird and gross. Top is like one of my favorite characters. Going back to Avatar, I'm like, she's just allowed to be herself, man.
We're visiting his home, the lonely shack.
I also feel really bad for talking for long periods of time. I hope the echo isn't too annoying for everybody.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. I think I'm gonna call it here. Maybe not the game, but just with, not the stream, but with the game. Yeah, I think that it's just like the reboot isn't that bad. It's just it's just like I don't think it's really that. I don't know. I love the original. There's stuff about this reboot that like I get again. I'm kind of just repeating myself. There's just shit about it that rubs me the wrong way. I don't trust. I don't think there was good faith. I don't think everybody working on the show was acting in good faith.
Yeah, there were episodes of the the Warners that I was kind of not really into. Like they do a fucking man spreading episode, and I'm like, are we back in 2010? Please, what the fuck is this?
Bun control was fucking really a forced way to do a gun control. Why is there a gun control episode of Animaniacs?
Yeah, like, I was kind of prepared for people to, like, get upset at the show for being political and then being able to go, like, oh, actually, old Animaniacs was political too. But then I feel like they went, like way harder on it.
Well, here's the thing.
Old show.
Old Animaniacs definitely got political, but it got political in a way where it almost felt like it was like trying to like wink at the adults a little bit. Like it got political in a way where it's like, oh, here's a joke that's funny that the kids aren't gonna get, but like the parents watching with them is gonna get a crack out of. So like, let's put it in there because it's funny to us. It'll be funny to them. The reboot felt like it was trying to teach you a lesson, and I feel like the Animaniacs very much went against that.
There were like whole episodes that revolved around like political stuff in the new show. Where I feel like in the old show it would just be like a joke, a throwaway gag.
Yeah.
And yes, the old show actively made fun of the idea that they would have a moral.
Yeah, I remember there was a song in the original Animaniacs where the whole song was just about them not wanting to eat vegetables and eating sweets, and that's like an anti-message. It's like something that you don't want in a kids show, but they did it anyway because it was just like, no, this is what kids like. This is what kids are like. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna make something that's actually relatable to kids, and you're gonna be a decent enough parent to not to not make the show form all of their beliefs because they didn't want
And
to.
it kind of does like kind of like anti-morals too. I don't know. I just decided to bring it up because I was thinking about it. Like I remember the episodes with Magic Man, and specifically like the anti-moral episode where Finn gives his like piece of candy to Magic Man, and Magic Man turns him into a foot. And at the end of the episode, he's like, "Yeah, the lesson was just that I'm a jerk. There's no life lesson beyond that. I'm just a jerk."
Sometimes that's a lesson in itself. Sometimes the lesson is just, you know, cool off, just have a good laugh. That's all you need. Sometimes the message is there doesn't need to be a message. Not in the Drawn Together the movie way where it's like we're gonna act like that's never important and that you should never have that and you should just be fucked up and gross for the fun of it. I just mean in the way where like sometimes it is okay just to laugh at something and that be the end of it.
Back at the barnyard I watched recently that I thought was kind of funny when Otis is like, well, we learned an important lesson and like everyone lists all these really cliche morals and he's like, no, never trust the elderly.
You know, I think that like if anyone wanted to like, because I hate that gun control episode of Animaniacs, but if anyone wanted to look at me and say, oh, you just don't like it because they're talking about gun control, my answer to that is the BoJack episode on gun control is fucking hilarious, and that's because it's an adult show that can talk about gun control appropriately, and doesn't have to fucking call it, like, compare it to something stupid, even though gun control would probably work better in BoJack considering all the animal puns. But no, because it's a show that could actually properly talk about it, they did a much better job, and it was an entertaining episode. I would still call it one of the weakest episodes of BoJack because the show had such high standards, but it was still a funny episode of BoJack.
Can I say something off topic?
Sure.
I just recently found out that there's a Sanrio and Junji Ito collab, and that is like insane to me. That is two great tastes that don't taste great together. But it feels like Sanrio has like collabed with everyone and everything at this point. They're like, what do we got left? Junji Ito. Let's do that. Let's do that now.
I think I think that's probably what it is. I think that, like, just going back to Animaniacs, I think that the reboot was probably a mix of people who wanted to make a great show and liked the original, and a mix of people who thought they were smarter than the original show and had to make a commentary-driven series. And it's like, and I think the result was half of the show was really good and half of the show was shit.
Did you ever watch the Clone High reboot?
No, and I never watched the original Clone High either. That's the thing. I've only seen the first episode.
Okay, well, you should watch Clone High. But I felt very similarly about the Clone High reboot as I did the Animaniacs one. I'm like, this isn't bad, but, like, it's not the old show. And they're definitely spending way too much time on, like, modern political issues.
The two things I heard about the reboot that make it sound horrible to me, and I'm sorry, but like, because I don't even know like the original show that well. But one, they removed Gandhi, who was apparently a fan favorite. That sucks.
Okay, there's a reason for that.
I know. The show got canceled because of Gandhi.
Yeah, like they literally could not bring him back even if they wanted to.
So don't bring the show back. But like, the other thing is that apparently I don't know, like, maybe this is being, like, here's the thing, sometimes things get blown out of proportion, so if this is being blown out of proportion, tell me, but apparently the reboot fucking hated Abe. Like, they just treated Abe like shit, is what I heard from everyone.
He definitely takes the L a lot on the show, but I don't think it's like they hate the character Abe.
Okay.
He happened to him a lot.
He's kind of always been a fucking loser. Like, I like the character. I love him. He's so fucking funny. But he's kind of always been a loser.
Well, yeah, I like that's all I heard. I heard people say that they didn't like how they treated him, and it wasn't that they did mean stuff to him. It was that the other characters acted like he was an asshole, basically. Like they treated I guess the mindset that people have with it is that the writers don't like Abe.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that's being blown out of proportion. That happens all the fucking time. I do, when people say shit like that, I do not trust it until I see it.
I don't know if this is really a complaint. I do think it's weird how much blood is in the reboot of Clone High. Like, they really... It's like Happy Tree Friends up in this bitch. They really wanted to go out with, like, the grisly humor. Like, I'm like, well, this wasn't... They had a little bit of this in some of the episodes, but it feels like almost every episode is like, why there's so much? Why is there so much gore? What did you do? Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't like it and I don't hate it either. I'm just confused.
Right.
Why would you make this choice? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
You should watch the original. You absolutely should.
I can check it out eventually. I'm gonna end the stream here, but I want to show I'm gonna